How's it going, YouTube? R7 Big Timer here. Today I've got another Rebirth Island video for you, and in this one I'm going to be showing you the new Warzone Season 5 meta. Today we're going to be using the Cypher and the C9. I would say the Cypher is the standout assault rifle in the category, apart from the GPR 9.1, which I have made a previous video about. If you guys are interested, I will leave a link in the description. But in this video we're going to be going over the Cypher. I would say this is personally my favourite. And then the submachine gun we're going to be using is the C9. Fortunately in this video I've managed to pick up both of them straight off the rip, so you guys get a clear view of which guns we will be using today. But if you guys want the builds for each of these guns, I will be leaving the loadout in the description if you guys are interested. Also, I will have a quick clip of them at the end of the video, so if you are interested, stick around. As you guys can see, we've had a reasonably hot drop. There's been a few people around here. Straight off the rip, I wasn't expecting there to be 3 people straight here. This is normally quite a chilled out little spot because everyone normally goes top prison, but this Jarvis, it was an interesting game for him. I think I killed him about 4 times, so at one point I was wondering how he was still in the game. Then I think from here we're gonna dip into bottom prison and then into the bath, like into the shower section, and then I think we probably go to the tunnel. It's a little bit of a weird rotation. I'm not quite sure what made me end up doing this in this game, but the calibers of players we were playing against weren't exactly great, so it was kind of run and gun and see what we could get done. As you guys can see though, the little weird rotation hasn't went too badly. We spotted the little goat skinner gang, so Jarvis, there we go, that's the second kill on Jarvis. He's not having a good game. We managed to spot the second person that Jarvis was fighting, and then I think from here we're going to go grab our loadout. It's not in the greatest spot. We're going to go grab it in the tents area, so it's a questionable area because 9 times out of 10 you have someone top prison. Yep, so we'll quickly buy our loadout and probably a UAV as well. Yep, so we've bought the UAV. There's someone at the buy station down at the ammo depot, so I think that's the person that we're going to go fly at. So I picked up the 5 attachment. This one's got the C9 with it, and then later on in the video I'm going to pick up the 8 attachment. So I will stop and I will give you the loadout at the end of the video if you guys are interested. But if you guys are after any tips, so as you guys see, I've just pulled up my minimap just while my UAV only has a few pings left. I thought I'd bring it up and see which players were near me. There was a player over bioweapons, and then obviously the person that just flew in, I'm pretty sure was Jarvis again, so he's now in the long building in front of us, but now we've got one of the coaches in front of us. But yeah, if you guys are after any tips, I'm more than happy to give you some. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was a kid. I started playing when the first Call of Duty I played was Call of Duty Big Red one, so the very first one. So I've had a fair few hours in Call of Duty. Speaking of old Call of Duties, how are you guys feeling about the idea of Black Ops 7? Personally, I'm quite excited for it. Even though my least favourite COD was Advanced Warfare, and it seems to be swaying a lot towards that, but I'm optimistic for the future. I hope that they've changed the things that weren't great about it, but obviously we won't know until we get there. The gameplay trailer looks impressive. I'm very impressed. I'm excited for the game, but I don't know if that's just me who's a Call of Duty fan who is excited for every new Call of Duty game. If you guys are the same, like if you guys are excited for every new Call of Duty, leave it in the comments. If not, well yeah, just let me know how you guys are in the comments. If you're one of them people that want the new Call of Duty as soon as it comes out, or if you're not too fussed of when you get it, or if you get it for Christmas. So obviously, I'm one of them people where I I want it. And obviously, where I'm making YouTube videos, I want to try and make the best content for you guys. So, personally, if I can have the game as early as possible, then I can make you guys the best content. Myself, I used to be a very big multiplayer player, but with the current state of the game, I haven't enjoyed multiplayer in a long time. So, Warzone has been the saving grace for me. Obviously, I'm not too sure how you guys feel about it. When I do play multiplayer, I feel like there's more players on there. It doesn't take as long to find a game. But obviously, you're only looking for 11 other players, or however many people you don't have in your party. So obviously, I would imagine that it's kind of skewed in a sort of way where you don't really get a true feel for how the player base is on the multiplayer, but on Warzone you kind of have a good idea, because sometimes it can take you up to 15 minutes to find a game, and I love Warzone, but unfortunately waiting 15 minutes for a game isn't ideal, especially when you play ranked. When you get to a certain rank, like I'm now pushing into Diamond, so it's now a lot harder to find a game for like me and my team, because obviously there's players that play ranked, but there's not. They've got to take everyone from a certain bracket. So being in Diamond, I get put with a lot of top 250 people, but then on the other hand, I've got put in games with gold players. So it doesn't make sense in my mind. Like, I would personally like if the skill-based matchmaking was a bit closer, where you'd only get put in games with like 2 ranks below or something like that. But obviously with the player base, it's very dependent on the amount of people that play the game. But that's just something that I would like. Obviously, skill-based matchmaking is... I'm a lover of it, but I would rather it was a bit tighter. I like to play against people that are a similar level. Otherwise, that's the only thing with multiplayer, is it's all well and good going in and pub stomping and getting 100 kills a game, but it's not. You're not going to do that every game, and it's also a lot of people back out of games to make sure they get the best lobbies, and it's never a true representation. But if the skill-based matchmaking was a little closer, it would... Obviously, like, these games that I've posted right now, like 17 kills, 18 kills in solos, granted, I know it's not the highest kills that anyone's ever going to get. I've seen Joe Woe and other YouTubers that post a lot higher kill games than what I post, but for an average player, it shouldn't really... Well, above average, I would say, but it shouldn't be this easy to go around and kill the majority of the lobby, if that makes sense. I'm appreciative of it, and I probably wouldn't love Call of Duty as much as I do if I couldn't do this, but obviously having a bit of competitiveness is the ideal thing for the game, I would say. But on the contrary, people would say that ranked play is the place for people to go, and if they want to go sweat, then they can sweat on ranked against a bunch of people that are trying to sweat. But hey ho, as you can see, I've just died, so this is going to be the end of the video. If you guys want to stick around a few more seconds and have a look at the loadouts, I will post them at the end. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. To start with, I've got the 5 attachment build of the Cypher, which has the Velocity reflex sight, the monolithic suppressor, the gain twisted barrel, vertical foregrip, and extended mags 2. Then the 8 attachment build I have is the Velocity Reflex Sight, the Monolithic Suppressor, Gain Twisted Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, Extended Mags 2, Commando Grip, Combat Stock, and Recoil Springs. And finally, we've got the C9, which has a suppressor, Gain Twisted Barrel, Ranger Foregrip, Extended Mags 2, and the Commando Grip. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe. Peace.